It's hot as hell. You could see my dirty ass room in the background, but you know what? I wanted to put up this video for you guys. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am doing a very different type of video. I've never done a paranormal story time before, so I just thought I would share with you guys some of my paranormal, if you will, just scary things that I've encountered. I'm going to tell you guys from a story from when I was, I think, 10 or even younger, to when I was around 15 and the 17 when I moved into this house. Yeah, 17. So let's just do these. So when I was younger, I used to hate going over at families' houses, like other family members' houses. I was just very homebound. I just hated being around other family. Not that my family was bad or anything, but I just didn't like being around people like I do now. Anyway, so when I would go over this specific family member's house, it was fun sometimes, but other times I would get really creeped out because I always heard stories from my older cousins saying that the house was haunted, you know, just trying to with me, but they got me good. So one day I was playing, I think it was Sorry, but I remember I was playing a board game with my older cousins. No, with one older cousin. One was my age and one was way younger than me. Sorry, I'm like looking around because I get so paranoid talking about this. We were playing a game and she says, "Do you know that there's a ghost in my attic?" Now her room was super fucking creepy. Okay, and I got scared. "Oh, you're just trying to scare me." And she said, "No, there really is a ghost in my attic. Check it out." So she said that if you put stuff, because in her closet there was like a cutout to the attic, so if you moved it over, like you pushed it up and moved it over, you were able to get to the attic. You just had to step on like a chair, which we did. She told me to step on the chair. She took off her belt and she had me throw the belt into part of the attic, but hold on to the very tip of it, to the buckle. And I was terrified, but I didn't want to be no little, you know, I wanted to do it. And also, I just wanted to prove to myself that there was no ghost, that they were just messing with me. But boy, did something happen, and I cannot deny this because this really did happen. Whether it was something paranormal or not, it happened. I was holding the belt, we were like laughing for a second, and then the belt comes flying down. Like, it wasn't like it slowly dropped like you imagine a belt would. No, it flew down and I dropped it being freaking terrified. And when we touched the belt, the end of it had almost like a petroleum, as I say it, like Vaseline on it. It was very weird, and it could have been that it landed in something within that substance. Like, I'm trying to debunk it, but it doesn't explain the force that threw it down. And also, I just can't imagine something like that being in the attic. No one else was in the attic. Everyone was scared too, and I literally shit myself after that. I ran out of her room fucking screaming. Sorry I'm swearing so much. But there is a part two to this story time. One day I went back to this house even though I did not want to. My mom was babysitting my cousins, so I freaking had to. I go back to this house and we're on the swing sets outside. They had like a huge jungle gym swing set type of thing, and the middle cousin I was on the swings with points to her older sister's room, the one that I got freaked out at, and she goes, "There's someone in my sister's room, I can see them," and she points up. And I didn't see anything. So she assumes that it's her little sister because her older sister was gone. I don't remember where she was. She just thought it was the little sister. And we thought we were about to bust her little sister, get her little sister in trouble. But when we went up to the room, there was no one there. So we just started talking, and I really wanted to get the hell out of there because I was scared. And then we hear something in the closet go boom, 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 like if it's being thrown from one wall to the next wall. Oh my God, I got really scared for a second. From one wall to the next wall, okay? But there was nothing there. We open up the closet, nothing there, like I said. And then the door slams shut and locks. Like, it didn't lock but it wouldn't open. I tried to open it and I started screaming, and my mom came running up the stairs. I remember the door was a glass door with like wood paneling in the middle, and I'm screaming because the door will not open. Meanwhile, this my cousin is over here fine, acting like this is a fucking game, like we're not being freaking possessed and shit. Okay, and then my second story took place while I was 15, I want to say, and I was babysitting two of my younger family members. I'm not going to say who. It was a boy and a girl, I will say that. One was around the age of 1 or 2, and the other was 7, I believe. The 7-year-old, okay, let me say the steps so that it all makes sense and you understand why I was freaked out. I had gone to their house. I went upstairs. I greeted them in their room. They shared a room. I greeted them in their room. Their perfectly clean room. Then I come back downstairs, I talk to their mom, and their mom tells me that she's been having nightmares in the house, which obviously freaks me out, and she's been saying that she's been waking up with like bruises on her arm, and she doesn't know what's going on. She only lives with the kids, so she was super freaked out, which freaked me out. I don't know why she told me that. So the bedroom was directly upstairs from where we were in the living room. And I can hear stuff falling. And then the 7-year-old looks at me. She goes, "Oh, that's just my imaginary friend, so-and-so." And I say, "Oh, I used to have an imaginary friend." And I'm just trying to distract the fact that I'm hearing things because I was already scared. She freaking made me paranoid. And I was alone. I was only 15. And when you're babysitting two younger kids, you want to be the brave one, you know? You don't want to be no freaking little bitch. You want to be the brave one, okay? So, obviously, I was, trying to talk, get her distracted because she did look scared. The younger one didn't know what the hell was going on. And, I continue to hear a noise upstairs, like if things are falling. So I take the 1-year-old with me because the 7-year-old's fine. She's doing her homework. I take the 1-year-old with me. We go upstairs and there's stuff on the ground. Now, when I went upstairs and I took the kids down with me, like when I first got there, I greeted them upstairs and we all came down together into the living room. No one had gone upstairs. And I didn't think it was the wind. I knew, like, I instantly had a really bad feeling when I walked into that room. As cliche as that sounds, it was just freaky. So I go downstairs, I sit down, and I kid you not, the 7-year-old tells me, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah, 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 makes a mess. She always does that." How did she know that there was a mess on the floor? You tell me. Oh my god, I'm a greasy ass mess. And that freaked me out more than I can explain. Like, it's giving me the fucking chills. Like, it freaked me out so bad. It still does to this day because even after this, when I would watch that 7-year-old even at my house, she would mention this imaginary friend and say that she would follow her everywhere we go. Creepy as hell. And the last story, and the most freakiest story, is because I'm in this room, is about when I moved into this new house, the house I'm living in right now. If you have not seen the movie The Boy, please end the video here or like fast forward a little bit because I'm about to spoil the movie for you. Okay? Ready? Spoiler, I'm gonna spoil it. The movie The Boy is about a man who they think it's a doll, whatever, but it's really a man living in the walls. And once me and my mom watched this movie, we became instantly terrified because me and my mom always hear footsteps and shit going on upstairs while we're downstairs. Both our bedrooms are upstairs and the living room, everything else is downstairs, and we always hear shit upstairs, okay? And then one day when me and my mom came home, I'm sorry if I've been looking away from this video. One day me and my mom came home and there was a black handprint on her wall. Like a huge one. It wasn't no my girl hands. It was a huge black handprint and I thought she was messing with me. But she was scared as hell, I could tell, so I knew, like, we were both frightened, okay? She was not messing with me. But we kind of just played it off. She played it off because it's her room. She don't want to admit that her room is possessed, okay? And then the closet behind me does not close, but it does not open by itself when I'm in the room. I close this when I leave the room, and every time I come back upstairs, it is open. Explain. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching my scary story times. I hope this wasn't too scary. Probably not. I'm actually shitting myself right now. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.